Hello. Hello from beautiful, cloudy, kind of loud Ireland. How you doing? Happy New Year to everyone. Happy Christmas, happy holidays, happy everything. Hope you're having a great time. I know the beard is terrible. My wife is kind of forcing me to do it. We'll see. How you doing? Time for an update, I thought. New Year and all that. I'm here in Ireland, my parents' house, right here. There's a nice view in the background. You can see some Irish ass shit over there. It's Wexford. I'm in Waterford. Myself and my wife are home for kind of after Christmas. We were in Italy before then with her in-laws, who decided to do a whole Christmas away from home kind of thing, and we were flying home to Ireland anyway, so we just bought some flights to Rome and crashed with them for a couple of days. So kind of turned this whole usual Christmas trip into a bit of a vacation, which was nice. And I'm back to work here thanks to the wonders of MacBooks, and also the fact that I brought my camera here. And I'm shooting something next week, and it may or may not come out the way I want, and it might be a thing. It might just be a bonus thing we put up in January. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm kind of back in the swing of things, and I thought I should do an update. I was going to do a Q&A, but I thought actually it'd be better just to sort of chat about everything that's been going on since the Doom project, we did the post-mortem, but sort of, I don't know, a little bit more chatty. I can definitely tell my Irish accent is way stronger as well when I'm doing this, so this should be fun. So it's been 3 weeks now since they all went up. Really good reception. The channel's at something like 1.8 million views. Our subs are at 85,000, so we're really close to getting the stupid expensive wall hanger. I think you have to buy it, actually, the YouTube thing for 100,000 subs, but that'd be pretty cool. And that sort of stopped thinking about it, actually. It's in the back of my head now, because we've everything up. The Kevin Cloud interviews up, all the extended interviews. People have been asking about Marty's one. So Marty's is about 2.5 hours long, and it definitely required the most like micro editing to sort of like make it all work a lot. So I'm not really sure if like uploading a bunch of that would be super useful, I think. And then the other thing is, as you know, we shot something with Tim Willits and a couple of other people about Quake 3 mostly. And Marty was also a producer on that, so some of that is in that one. So we don't want to put all this. We don't want to put we never put all the interviews up, or all of each interview. But we don't want to put up a little bit of an interview and then have it get repeated in something we put up later in the year. So for now, that's all the Doom ones that are going up. But we might stick some of the extra Marty stuff up once the Quake thing is done. The Quake one, we're not sure. It's something. I'm not sure if it's going to be one. It's not going to be one big project on its own, I don't think. I think it's going to be something maybe supplemental, that we might also do something else around Quake Champions maybe when they're talking about it more. We're kind of sitting on it at the moment, and I kind of think it might be a nice bonus feature that goes up in February, but we'll see. So the other thing that's happening then, that's all kind of in the back of my head, and we're already in pre-production on Doc 3, which I will say from the outset, we are not going to be saying much about it until it's done. And it will make complete sense when it's up, but I'm just hoping people can trust me a bit, that like we're aiming. The way I think this is going to pan out is that we might have the supplemental thing this month in January, that I'm shooting next week. That might go up in January. It also might not. It might actually blow up into something, and then we package it with something else and then put it out later. I think it might go up in January. And then Doc 3, the big one, is going to be like first half of February, but it's going to be quite big. Quite big in terms of like the amount of content that's around it. You know, we do the 3-parter we did for Doom was very much like, the first one was like the main one. The second one was definitely like another big one, and the third one, they're kind of like maybe a little bit smaller in scale, or like scale maybe isn't the right word, but a little bit less like directed, a little bit more general. Whereas what we're doing for the next thing is like, oh god, I literally don't want to tell any. I don't want to say anything about it because that's so much of it. But it's going to be, each one is going to be like by the time everything lands, it's going to be like this. It'll be probably as much as we've already done again in one project. So that's kind of where we're at with it. But it's been cool. We reached out to a bunch of people about doing it. It's a new idea. It's not like the old ones. It's not like a deep dive on one game, 3 videos thing. It's a lot sort of both broader and sort of like more refined than that as well. And it involves multiple people. It's multiple projects. It's not just like one game. So God, I feel like someone's on an E3 stage talking about their game. They're trying to like set expectations. Oh, there's a bird flying up past. Goodbye. So it's cool. I'm really excited about it. It's one that I wanted to do for a good while, and but it just involved quite a lot of like moving parts. So sort of planning it for the past, like, I guess I hadn't decided what to do until about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. And we were sort of like fishing out and seeing what worked. And it looks like it's come together really well. So that's good. I'm feeling good about that. We basically have everyone locked in for it now. So that's what we're going to do. And then the other thing that I'm working on, which I will talk about, is for late February, early March, is GDC, the Game Developers Conference. And you may GDC is one of these things that's like the game press doesn't really cover it that much because it is super inside baseball. But that's what we love at Noclip. So last year at GameSpot, I did a bunch of these GDC like podcast interviews, sessions things. We had Marcin Nowinski from CD Projekt Red, I think. Jim Crawford from Frog Factions was on. Sharif Jackson was on. Matt Lees was on. We'd like a lot of like Khalif was on. Khalif Adams. We had a lot of like different parts of the industry kind of talking to each other. And basically I want to do that again this year, but like in the flashier sort of high production way we do stuff on Noclip. So at the moment I'm talking to a bunch of people about renting some sort of space near the Moscone Center for a couple of days, whether we rent like office space or we get like a suite in one of the hotels, or it's going to cost a lot no matter what we do because it's bloody San Francisco and it's the week of GDC. So like we might end up, if you rent a studio space, it's going to cost you thousands. We might end up renting a hotel room for like 4 days for like $4,000. But if we have it, then we can shoot stuff there. Then that's what we'll do. And we're basically what we're going to do, I think, is instead of doing like someone's in town, let's do a project about the game. We'll do like super like off-brand bits with them, like have 2 developers interview each other, or interview a developer about this like very small story, or interview like, and just do like lots of like very snackable, cool little stories. Maybe stories that perhaps wouldn't, get a 3-part thing, right? So that's what we're planning for GDC as well. So by the time the end of March comes around, we are going to have like, I don't want to say, but like definitely like twice as much video, I'd say, as we have now. Maybe twice as much as what we created in the first quarter of the last quarter of 2016 on its own. So there's loads coming. And then some of the longer, bigger projects that are about older games I'm back talking to people again because it's January, and that stuff will definitely, like the Q1 was going to be a lot of like very interesting projects, and then Q2 will probably get into more traditional kind of what you'd expect from what we've done before stuff. But it's good. It's coming along well. We're not hitting many roadblocks. Everyone's kind of up for it, and everyone's seen whenever we get in contact with somebody, they seem to kind of be trusting and into what we're doing. So that's making me feel pretty good. And I did enjoy a bit of time off as well. Although Italy was amazing, but we were on the go every day. So I was working up until about 2 hours before we flew away, which made me forget. I brought over my headset, my Vive, so I could show Dennis from A Tournament of Lies how it works, and I left a piece of it there, so we can't use it. So I brought the whole thing over, including the lighthouses, and the link box, can't use it. I tried to order one here, something else happened, so can't use that. And then I also brought the drone and left the charger. And that's what happens when you pack 2 hours before you fly. So we were sort of coming out of that really, really busy, and then straight into Italy, which was basically like 5 days of traveling around Italy. So by the time we got to Ireland, we're just totally shattered. So my wife's inside. Oh, she's making soup at the moment, actually. And and I'm back to work. And we had a couple of days of rest. Played some football with the lads, and we're here for another couple of days, and going somewhere to shoot something, which may or may not pan out. But it's been good. It's been nice. I hope you had a lovely Christmas, lovely vacation. Hope the new year is a good one. You got all your resolutions. You stopped smoking. You're exercising. You're growing terrible beards. And yeah, if you have any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll do another Q&A soon enough. I was going to put the second one up. The reason why there wasn't a second one from the last group was because I ran out of time on the rendering side and I couldn't get the stuff up before we went to the airport, which sucked, so apologies for that. And then when I get back, we're going to do a live chat, probably maybe maybe Sunday week. And there'll be a post about it beforehand. And thank you so much as well to all the people who are new. We got a bunch more extra patrons. We're up to in and around 4,000. We had the usual end of month dip slide kind of thing that happens. But it's great, our funding. You know, we had a $25,000 funding goal. We reached up to, I think it was 23,200 before the little dip slide happened. So we're in a really great place, and it's definitely allowing me to like book stuff around GDC, which I'm like, book Jeremy for GDC, because God knows he's got other people who'd hire him too, and be able to do that now, not worry about trying to, plan ahead financially. We can sort of like, we can pay for the stuff that's 2 months out already, which is like a godsend. Yeah, and we have a bunch of travel as well for Doc 3. I don't even say Doc 3, I want to say Project 3. It feels more like a project, this one, rather than one video. So that's about it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any questions about Noclip, especially if you're new. I hope you can hear this okay. I'm sorry about the guy power washing the house behind ours. It's by the way, it's, what time is it? 4 o'clock here now. The sun will be setting in about 30 minutes because it's Ireland in the winter. Look, if I stand back, you'll get the right exposure. Look at that. It's very beautiful here, and all we do is drink tea and eat potatoes. So I'm going to go do that now. Have soup, actually. Soup? Soup's on? Soup's on. Mammy says soup's on. So does my wife. All right, I'll talk to you later.